Alright YouTubers, this is Engineer Pat 5290 live here on the outside of the museum once more. And as you can see, we have the crew boarding. See, this person here is going to get a cab ride of the GP30. And the train ride is going to depart here in just a few minutes. The lead guy is the engineer. These units were built in the 60s and these were really good EMD units. Everything on it is original except the paint job. And maybe a few little modifications, but that's pretty much it. It's a really pretty engine, and you can see, I'll move the camera so you can actually look at the marker lights on that B&O engine right there. Let me zoom in and let me give you a real good look. I don't know when B&O started having those on their units. If any of you guys know about that, please give me a heads up on that, because I am just not sure. I have never seen it before in my life. But really, really pretty paint job. I think this was probably the earlier version of the B&O symbol. Before the actual one. I don't know. I think this was the second out of the three that they came out with. But it's a beautiful paint job. It looks like Broadway lights just shining right on the stage, which is pretty sweet. I'll let you take a look around at some of the rebuilding they did on the outside of the engine. Beautifully repainted trucks, beautifully repainted tank. It's just great. It's awesome. Got the chains down there on the rear truck. Guessing they're just pulley chains to probably help pull the train. You can see he's got about 3 passenger cars and he'll have to back out of here. But you can see the horn is still above the cab, but it's actually on the engineer's side of the cab, which is pretty uninteresting. I mean, it's very something that's unheard of. That's an uninteresting feature on that engine. That's pretty sweet. It's about a 645E. Guessing maybe about a 12-cylinder engine that's in the thing. Let me move around here and I'll get to the back end. And there's the old GP9 that's sitting there in faded paint as we got before. And there's an old rail car that's right there too. That's kind of unusual as well. I mean, that's something you really don't see anymore. That was before all the pickup trucks. Just take a look at that. That's just unbelievable. And of course, 6607 is pretty much original on the inside too. They haven't even changed it, but I believe this guy's getting ready to depart here in just a minute. See, he's just waiting for the communication to give him the signal to clear. We're going to see a roundhouse demonstration here in just a little bit. See right there, he's opening the windows, man. I'm surprised he's opening them because it's cold outside. But I'm sure you guys get a really good view of the inside of that thing, man. That's something you really don't see a lot now. But I really wish I had the chance to drive one of them. My dream job. See, like the other one outside, completely repainted to pretty much the original colors. See, it's got the rear and the fronts on. So just take a look at the plow was nicely done. Just look at all this. This is just incredible. They've had this engine running probably since about 10 o'clock. And getting the engine warmed up since it is cold outside and diesel freezes faster. It's more combust, like I explained last winter. Looking at the computer controls right in there. Let me see if I can zoom way in there. As you can see right there, it looks like the inside of it was rebuilt. Because these were built in the 60s. I think that was rebuilt. I will have to ask that. I do hear a little radio talk in the back. See, he went somewhere else to check something real quick. Let's see up there on the top, you've got the radiator fans. but just beautiful work by EMD and just beautiful work by the Railroad Museum on getting this locomotive repainted and getting its original look again. But I tell you, I've done so many videos here today, and I'm just completely astonished at what's available.
You guys want to do a train ride? Yeah. Well, this platform. Always go for the running locomotive. That's the big tip.
He's just trying to get some passengers up there on the other side of the platform. But I'll come to the other side while they're boarding and let you look at some of these other Pullmans. You see here, that's a Pullman style car, but look what it's titled, the Oriole. Why name the Oriole? Because of the famous Baltimore Orioles. And that is not too far, literally like a few blocks from M&T Stadium, that's Raven Stadium. The famous Orioles. Go to Orioles Park this summer for a baseball game, if any of you YouTubers are in the area. But that's a place that you really want to stop. I'll get you a better look at the passenger cars. I couldn't get it before, but I'll let you get a good look at the C&O logo. Right there. Chesapeake and Ohio for progress. And there's the Baltimore, Ohio car. That's Luther G. Smith, engineer from the Pennsylvania Railroad. And they, in Pennsylvania, eventually became part of Conrail. And Conrail was later split between NS and CSX. But I tell you, this is one incredible museum that you're seeing today. Just a lot of locomotives, a lot of different cars, and lots of different types of fun. So you can see the engineers trying to get ready. But I absolutely love this sound. This is something that, you know, you see this a lot of places, but some places don't have a running, operating railroad. Like Baltimore, Ohio, I think Roanoke has theirs. Tennessee Valley's got theirs. Great Smoky Mountains has one too. It's some railroads that are still doing it. And also the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad, they have an active scenic railroad as well. But there are a lot of museums out here just all over the country that do this, and some of them don't. And whoever's not doing it is really missing it out. And it looks like he's ready to go because I heard his brakes release. I think he's getting ready to take this little bad boy out. That guy's not even wearing a jacket. I wonder if he's going to get cold from just sitting in that locomotive. He's going to get cold. And take a look at the and symbol right there on the logo. That's a little bit different than the present logo. So that's a little bit different than what you're seeing. Because that was probably about the maybe 40s logo, maybe 50s logo. I believe the present B&O scheme probably came out in the 60s. If anybody can give me clarification on that, let me know. Show you the train that he's got if I can get a pretty good angle. It's all the way back there. I know you can't see it real good, but he's got about 2 or 3 cars behind this thing. It's about 1,500 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower. But these were good engines back in their days. They really were really good engines, but we're just waiting for him to depart, and we'll let you know when he's going to depart. All right, we'll be right back.